I want to make sure that I keep my head during this video, and I don't want to just. Usually, when I go into a video, I have what I want to say, and I yap. Yeah, I always yap. I'm a yapper, but I kind of have a structured yap, and I know I'm gonna go completely off the rails in this video. Football was the one thing in my life that would get me away from all of my problems growing up. You know, my parents were fighting. I watched football. I had a bad day at school. I watched football. That didn't help. I turned on FIFA, or now called FC. And these were the things that got me through being a young man and going through life. And to this day, I get some bad news. I watch football, man. It makes me feel better. I play a football game. It makes me feel better. It makes me forget about all the bad stuff in the world. And today, the game I love dies a little bit because the best player in the world did not win the Ballon d'Or. The best player in the world has been robbed, and it shows me that the sport that I love, the thing I love the most in football, the thing I love the most in life besides my family and my wife and God is football, right? And today, lads, today, the thing I love the most has proven to me that it's just a business. And I'm going to explain because I love Rodri. And I think Rodri is one of the best players in all of football. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's a great midfielder, and I will never take that away from Rodri, okay? He deserves all the respect and all that. He deserves that. But does he deserve the Ballon d'Or? The answer is no, and I'm going to explain why. Because there's going to be people that say in the comments, if you don't think Rodri deserved the Ballon d'Or, you don't know how to watch football. And I'm going to reply to you. If you think Rodri deserved the Ballon d'Or before Sergio Busquets, Xavi, and Iniesta, you don't know how to watch football. Because your argument to me is going to be like, unfortunately, for Busquets, Xavi, and Iniesta, Messi and Ronaldo existed, and they were putting up crazy stats. Look at Vinicius Jr. stats and look at Rodri stats. Vinny had stats. Vinny had the Champions League. Vinny had individual things that he won, team things that he won, and he had the stats to back it up. So when you take Xavi and Iniesta and Sergio Busquets Ballon d'Or away from them, because there was a summer where they won absolutely every competition that you could potentially win as a football player, then they played out of their minds. And I know Xavi and Ronaldo, I know Messi and Ronaldo existed putting up stats, but those guys did it on a team level. Those guys did everything you could do in football. So you got to have the same energy. You got to have the same mindset when you're saying that Rodri did everything on for his team, he was this, for his team, he was that. Oh, he won stuff with his team. Oh, the Euros up here. Okay, so when Neuer won the World Cup and he won everything you could win, how come he didn't win the Ballon d'Or? How come when Xavi and Iniesta and Busquets won the World Cup, how come they didn't win the Ballon d'Or? Because Messi won it over Haaland when he won that. We got to have the same energy for this competition every single year. If you're going to host a ceremony, have the same mindset when you're going to vote for players, when you're going to say that this player is better than that player or this and that. You got to have the same exact criteria for every single player. But you didn't have that for Vinicius Jr. Because guess what? Vinicius Jr. won the Champions League. Guess what? Vinicius Jr. knocked out the player that won the Ballon d'Or in the Champions League. Why Real Madrid knocked out City? For two reasons. One, Vinicius Jr., okay? And two, Carvajal. Carvajal put out one of the best footballing displays we've seen in a long time against Man City in the Champions League. And you want to know one more thing? Carvajal put out one of the best Euro performances that we've seen. And guess what? He won the Euro. But guess what? He's not winning the Ballon d'Or. Why is Carvajal not winning the Ballon d'Or? When he won the Champions League, he won the Euro. He was the man of the match of the Champions League final. I'm pretty sure about that. He scored in the Champions League final, didn't he? I'm pretty sure about that. And he was one of the most important players, if not the most important player at the Euro for Spain. But they give it to Rodri. Explain. Because the same thing Rodri did, Carvajal did plus more. You cannot sit here and look me in my face and tell me the Ballon d'Or ceremony is not rigged. You can't. I'm going to tell you something right now. Spain's best player at the Euros, there was three of them. Nico Williams, Lamine Yamal, and Carvajal. And guess what? Dani Almo changed Spain when he started playing. So am I saying Rodri's not one of Spain's best players? He is. He's 100%. Potentially could be the best player on Spain. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying When you think about Spain's performance to win the Euro, who do you think about? You think about Lamine Yamal, bro. You think about Nico Williams. You don't think about Rodri. Rodri's not the first person that comes to your mind. No, he's not. You know he's not. And guess what? When Spain won years ago, Biscuits wasn't the first person that comes to your mind, but you best believe that Sergio Busquets was one of the best defensive mids to ever put on a jersey and play football, but he didn't get the recognition. Why? Because he played behind Xavi and Iniesta, and that's just the way football goes. Sergio Busquets is one of the greatest defensive mids to ever play our sport, and he will never be recognized. And if you're saying that Rodri deserves one before him, you never watched that man play football, because when you think about the tiki-taka era with Guardiola, guess who was the one thing that was consistent? Guess, Sergio Busquets. Sergio Busquets was part of that Spain team. Sergio Busquets was part of that Barca team. So all you do is credit Xavi and Iniesta, but you forget about that amazing player that played right there. So all I'm saying to you lads, all I'm saying to everybody, because this makes me so damn upset, before you say that Rodri deserves it, remember that Biscuits, Xavi, and Iniesta never got it because of stats, because of Messi and Ronaldo. That's what people, these guys put up stats. The stats they have to win it. They have to win it. They have to. Whoever wins the Champions League between these two are going to win it. But there was players that were playing at a super high level but never got the respect. What I'm trying to say to you is Vinicius Jr. is this time's Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar. That's what he is. He's part of that group. When you think about this times, okay, this era, right? You got Mbappe, you got Lamine Yamal, who's coming up now. You got Vinicius Jr., you got Haaland. These are the guys putting up the crazy stats, the crazy number. Lamine Yamal's not there yet, but these are the guys putting up the numbers. They're this times Messi and Ronaldo, okay? That's what they are. They're this times Messi. Are they compared to them? No. I'm just saying that they're this football eras, these are the players, okay? These are the guys putting up the stats. You understand? That's all I'm trying to say to you. What I'm trying to say is these are the guys, right? So when you gave it to Messi and Ronaldo because they won the Champions League and they put up stats, Vinicius Jr. won the Champions League and put up stats. What more is there to say? How come you didn't have the same exact, agenda when Messi and Ronaldo were winning it towards Xavi, Iniesta, and Sergio Busquets? What happened? Why is now all of a sudden it's different? What's different about it? And the same thing happened when they gave it to Messi over Haaland. All of a sudden, the World Cup is the most important thing. Oh, the World Cup is super important. That's why we have to not give it to Haaland and give it to Messi. So why didn't you give it to Neuer in 2014? Because Neuer was the best player in football. We all know it. If you watch that Brazil World Cup, you know. You know like I know. You know how great he was for Bayern. You know how great he was for Germany. You know how great he came off the line and that people were like, damn, this goalie's wild. Everyone was talking about Neuer because Neuer was insane. But guess what? He didn't win a Ballon d'Or when he won the World Cup. Why? Ask yourself that question. Why? Why is for every player it's different? How come every year we get to the Ballon d'Or ceremony and there's a new criteria, there's a new rule, there's a new because of this. And now I'm seeing something about the way you carry yourself and fair play. And what are you talking about? What are you saying to me? Now all of a sudden it's the way you carry yourself on the field that's important? I thought this was a ceremony of the best player in the world. That's what I thought this was. Now you got to behave on the field? What, now you got to not dance? Is that what you're going to say to me next? Now you got to not dance? There's so much I could say about this, bro. This feels wrong. This feels like a man has been absolutely robbed, bro. Over people that won the Champions. City was the favorites in the Champions League. Everyone knows City were the favorites. They were the Champions League champions. They were the favorites. No one gave Real Madrid a fight in that game. They thought Guardiola was eliminating them, but nope. Vinny didn't think so. Vinny knocked them out. Vinny knocked out the guy you're saying got the Ballon d'Or. I don't understand. And guess what? You get to the final of the Euro, and guess who's there across from Rodri? Guess who's there? Jude. And guess who's there with him? Carvajal, the same guy that was in the Champions League final. It doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. I can't make sense of this, bro. I don't even know what I'm saying in this video no more because it all feels wrong. It all feels fake. It all feels robbed. It all feels nonsense. It feels to me like there's an agenda. And I don't know what the agenda is, But I'm going to say this right now to all Barcelona fans that are happy that Vinicius Jr. did not win this Ballon d'Or. Don't be happy, bro, because the same thing could happen to your Lamine Yamal, bro, because we all know that Lamine Yamal one day is going to get a Ballon d'Or if he continues at this. But with the way this is going, they might just rob him, bro. They might just rob him, even though he deserves it, even though we know, because this is not about Barcelona and Madrid. We know what happened against Barcelona and Madrid. What happened was Barca destroyed Madrid. That's the facts. That's the facts. That's the facts. But this is different. This is about our sport. This is about the game we love. This is about respecting the athletes that we love, that we look up to, that we enjoy watching to play. And today, one of the athletes that we love to watch to play, an athlete that brings excitement to the field, that brings fans to the game, that makes people step up and get happy and jump around, a guy that dances and has fun with the beautiful game, a guy that just to enjoy to play football and do it at a high level, has been robbed. Absolutely robbed. I don't care, bro. You can say I don't know about football. You can say I don't know this. You can say I don't know that. You can say whatever you want to say, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't care. I don't care, bro. I honestly don't care what you say about me, because if you are saying that Vinny didn't deserve a Ballon d'Or just because you're a Barca fan, it's disgusting, bro. It's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. When Messi won the Ballon d'Ors that he had to win, Madrid fans, most of them, the ones that are actually up here that know what they're talking about, they gave their respect and they understood why Messi deserved it. And when Ronaldo won it, he won it, and he deserved it. When he did, and that was what it was. The only time that Messi's name came up was when stuff started looking really sus. And what today does for the world is let you know that maybe, just maybe, the way they were voting back in the day ain't right. Start to think about it, because if they robbed Vinny, they could rob anybody. That's all I'm saying.